Hi guys, I'm going to show you how I do the Trini Gulab Jamun. This is my second video. This is absolutely delicious. This was one of my mom's favorite to make at Eid times. So I'm going to show you the ingredients here that I used for the dough. 2 cups of flour. It's all-purpose flour. 1.5 cup milk powder. You can use any brand of your choice. 2 to 3 tablespoons cardamom powder, 1 teaspoon nutmeg powder, 1 teaspoon cinnamon powder, 1 teaspoon pumpkin spice. Give that a mix. If you like it more on the cardamom side, you can use up to 3 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons condensed milk. The condensed milk gives it a more richer taste. It enhances the spice flavors. And 6 to 8 tablespoons softened butter. Mix everything together. Let that butter get incorporated with the flour. You're looking for like a crumble or a crumbly mixture. If you don't want it too rich with the butter, you can use up to 6 tablespoons. You can cut back on 2 tablespoons. This is what you'd look like, just like this, that crumbly mixture. Half cup of water. You will use this to mix and form a soft dough. You're not going to over knead it. It's not for roti dough. So you're just going to gently bring it together to form a soft dough, just like this. We're going to cover this so it won't dry. In the meantime, for the sugar syrup liquid, we're going to add 1 cup of white sugar, 1 cinnamon stick, 1 teaspoon of elaichi seeds or cardamom seeds. It is optional. And 3 cardamom pods smashed. 1 tablespoon of ginger. It's grinded ginger. 1/4 cup of water. It can be a little more. If you find it's looking less, you can add a little more. You're going to put that on your heat to simmer or to boil. Shape your gulab jamuns now. The extra little bit of butter that it had remaining in the bowl, this is what I'm buttering my hands with. And we're going to take a little bit at a time. It's like a tablespoon the amount. You're going to roll them or squeeze and form or shape your traditional gulab jamun shapes. Just like this. Continue shaping out your gulab jamuns. And once your sugar syrup starts to come to a boil, you can lower down your stove or your heat and let it just simmer on low heat. You can roll, you can squeeze, however it's comfortable for you to form your shapes, you go ahead and do that. Just like this. Keep them covered with that plastic wrap so they won't dry out. And just a quick tip, remember to smash those cardamom pods, the 3 that I showed you before, that I'm going to show you again, because when you smash it, you will release that fragrance in that sugar syrup from the seeds. And the seeds from inside of this is what I showed you earlier at the beginning, that 1 teaspoon. If you have it available, you can put it. If not, it's okay because the pods has the seeds. You're going to put your oil to hot. Do not overheat it. Keep it on like medium and dropping in one by one. Be very careful because your oil will be hot. When you drop them in one by one, don't over fry too much at one time. You can do them in batches. And you're just going to give it a slight turn just to make sure that all is separated out. And if you find your heat is too high, as I said, lower it down. You can always bring it back up to temperature. And you're going to fry them until golden brown or a dark golden brown. The dark golden brown one will be a little more on the crunchier side. It depends on how you like your outside of your jamuns. The inside will still be soft. And it's going to be like a melt in your mouth gulab jamun. And it's coming along really nicely. The sugar syrup as well too, it's coming along very nicely. Keep it on low, as I said, your heat. The ginger with those cardamom pods smells nice and optional. You can take them out before your sugar syrup starts to turn that thready like consistency, and you can drop your jamuns in there and let it soak. Or the second version, the Trini version, is you can take them out when done frying, place them into a bowl and continue frying until all of your jamuns is done and you have them on that bowl. And when that sugar syrup comes to, just before it comes to that thready like consistency, as you know it when you're making like other sweets like barfi or kurma, I don't like to leave it to get too thready, to caramelized, to get that white coating of that sugar in those jamuns. So I take it out before and I add the syrup to the jamuns and I turn them until it crystallizes and comes in. I will show you a trick to get your syrup on the dry side as well too. And those cracks on those jamuns is going to taste really nice because it gives it a crunchy texture at the outside. Continue frying, dropping one by one. Repeat the process. Almost finished. It smells nice with all of those spices in that dough. And now all is finished frying. You can smell the cinnamon, you can smell the nutmeg, the elaichi powder. We're going to strain or drain our sugar syrup over a strainer onto our jamuns and give it like a mix gently with a spoon. As you can see, the syrup is on the liquidy side still, but the trick is to have a fan on, as I mentioned in my video before. Have a fan on and let that fan breeze hit your jamuns in that bowl, and while you're turning and lifting, it will dry out. Because as I said, I don't like those gulab jamuns with the thick white sugar syrup on it. I find it's a bit too sweet for me, so I just want a lightly sugar coating on mine. And as you can see, it's coming in. The caramelization is starting to form, and the syrup is getting on the thicker side. So while I'm turning it, the fan is on and the breeze is getting it. So while I'm turning and lifting, the breeze is getting into that, and it's drying out. As you can see, it's slightly turning a little bit on the white side, but not too thick. So it looks perfect for me, and all of my syrup is dried out. When you tend to leave your sugar syrup on your heat to get to that thready point, that's when you get a thick white coating on your jamuns, which I don't really like. Some people like it, whatever they prefer. It's perfect here for me. It's not too sweet. It just has a light coating of it, and that's it. See? So that's my gulab jamuns video. Thanks for watching.